these people deserve quality legal services just as much as the people who could afford a $10,000 retainer or a $2,000 or $3,000 flat fee for a trademark. And so we figured using technology, using automation was ways we could bring that quality of legal service to a lot broader audience.
Hey, welcome to Verified Original. Are you a verified original?
Heck yeah, I am. Are you?
I I don't know. Better check. I don't know. I mean, these days you don't really know sometimes, do you?
No, there's some pretty good fakes out there, so it's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah. So are you fake? Because we're not fake. We're going to show you why. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Travis. We're going to tell people who we are.
Sure. So Travis Crabtree, I'm the founder of Trademark Engine, but this is really my third go around. Did a little TV news initially, then practiced law for a while, and took those skills to try to find a way to bring more quality legal services to more people through automation and technology. And so that's what Trademark Engine's all about. And so I'm excited about helping run Trademark Engine 10 years later. So happy to be
Yeah,
here.
no, it's really cool to have you here. So my name is Huyse, and I am the owner and founder of Zoetica Media and also the Social Media Breakfast of Houston and a bunch of other things. And I am here as a interviewer. That's really what I'm here for, is to talk to Travis and get some of the information he has in his head. And I've known Travis a long time. I've known him since before he was a big entrepreneur, as he is. How many years ago you said it was? 10. Oh my gosh, it's
Already.
yeah,
Yes.
crazy. So the first question I really do have of you is in that entrepreneur space. Why did you think it was important to have something like Trademark Engine here on the internet? Like, why not just hire a lawyer?
Yeah, nothing wrong with lawyers, and a lot of friends are still doing the business, but you'd be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't be, how many times I had to turn away clients because as soon as
Mm,
they heard the price tag, that was a turnoff. And so starting Trademark Engine was born from that and the idea of these people deserve quality legal services just as much as the people who could afford a $10,000 retainer or a $2,000 or $3,000 flat fee for a trademark. And so we figured using technology, using automation was ways we could bring that quality of legal service to a lot broader audience.
no, that
Anybody that's trying to empower themselves and build their brand, that's who we're here for.
no, that's great that you did that, because I know that you really have a passion for that kind of thing and helping people in that. And it is expensive to hire a lawyer to do anything, much less to to do a trademark. And trademarks are kind of complicated, though. I've been finding out, I've been learning a lot during this process that they're pretty complicated things. There's a lot of costs that are involved. And so I wanted to break down the math. Are you good with me on the math?
Ooh, I'm a journalism major, but I'll do my best.
But you know how much this stuff costs.
Yes.
So first of all, if I want to get a trademark, what what would why would I need a trademark? And what would I trademark even?
Sure. So trademarks are there really to protect your brand. And so you file a trademark for your name, your logo or your slogan. And so you would one of those type of brand assets you want to protect. And so if you're starting out and your brand is important to you, then it's a good idea early on in the stage of building your business and building your brand to seek a trademark.
And do you start with your name? Like, if I wanted to trademark something like my business name, is that really what do you need to do?
Yeah. So each one of those, the slogan, the logo, and your name are three separate applications, right? So that can get expensive because there's filing fees associated with each one of these applications. And we'll get into those details.
Mhm,
So, Trademark Engine is focusing more on the people who are starting out.
mhm.
The Fortune 100 have lawyers and they're fine. They don't need us. And so a lot of times we tell people, let's start with your name because your name is not going to change, presumably. And so that's normally where we start if you're being cost conscious.
Mhm.
The logos, it can be equally important, but that logo is going to evolve over time. And each time it evolves, you have to file a new trademark or you
Mhm.
might have to file a new trademark. So we normally start, let's get the name going first. And as you're building your business, let's invest in that logo and the slogan as you build your business.
Oh, that's great. So if my name, and say I have a name, I do have a couple of names that I probably get a trademark on. So that's why I'm here. I'm trying to find out what I need to do, Travis. So when I come in and I want to do the name, like, if I wanted to do it all by myself, could I?
You could. PTO has a website where you can go file on your own. You have to go through some ID me things for verification, sort of like if you're accessing the IRS. So
Mm,
that's a little bit of a pain. But the main reason we exist, as an option to DIY, do it yourself, is we help you avoid the pitfalls that can result in delays and much higher costs. So if we've done our job right, we do everything in plain English, make it very simple and easy for you to answer a few questions, and then let us take it from there and help you avoid those hiccups that you might stumble upon if you're doing it yourself.
Right. So what are those hiccups generally?
Yes. Yeah. So several, and a lot of it has to do with there's something called a class. What category? There are 45 categories. You need to make sure you pick the right category. There's also what's called a description. So within that class, you have to describe what you do.
Mm.
And so that's where a lot of the art is in the legal part of filing a trademark. And it's important to get those right because if you don't get those right, it may result in multiple. The USPTO may say, you've actually given us a description that is 4 classes. So now you owe 4 filing fees with the USP. Or it just may say, this is completely not the right class. And therefore they issue something called an office action and you have to file again, or you have to respond to that and it delays the application and it just raises a lot of red flags. Again, if we do our job right, we help you avoid those types of hiccups.
No, that's really great. And we're going to go into this in another episode. So I'm definitely coming back to this because this I think is the most complicated part about filing one of these trademarks in my mind from what I've seen. So if I'm coming to Trademark Engine and I'm coming on your website, I'm going to see I've been there. I'm going to see a page and it's got 3 different choices. Like one that's like says it's $49 and one that says that it's more. I can't remember all the numbers, but 100 and something. And there's different like things that they give you for each of those buckets. So if I come on the website and I'm looking at that page and I'm like, where do I mean, what like is it really only going to be $49 for me to like file my trademark?
Not really. So it's the $49 plus applicable fees. And so there are 3 packages. The packages depend on how much level of care and support do you really want. There's
Mhm.
every application will get reviewed by a lawyer. So you'll have that legal confidence behind you. But if you want to spend more time with the lawyer and talk, that's how you upgrade some of these packages. But in order to make this as clear and simple as I can, so there's the trademark engine package fee. That's what's coming to us. On top of that, you're going to have to pay for a UO filing fee. Ideally, that fee is $350. And again, this is where a DIY can get tripped up because if you use descriptions that are already approved by the USPTO, they will only charge you $350.
Mm.
If you use something crazy and new, or you just start spouting a narrative about how your uncle inspired you to do this business, the USPTO is going to say that wasn't anywhere close to what we were looking for. They'll actually charge you more. And so it is $350 for the USPTO per class. Again, that's again where it's important to, hey, let's narrow this to be cost conscious. So we get your class right because it's $350 per class. And then on top of that, we have it's the application, I'm sorry, $100 platform fee on top of that we charge. It covers some of the legal expenses, some of the platform, doing conflicts checks, accounting, and giving you access to the platform. So it's our package fee, $350 USPTO fee, and a $100 platform additional filing fee on our side.
Okay. So, yeah, and you just said something really important, I think, is that you have to have the right description, which to me, that was like wide open. So if I get the $49, like I pay you guys $49 and I don't choose to get a lawyer to help me. When that comes through, do you change that at all or do you recommend anything back to me or do I have to have that second like more expensive package to get a lawyer to talk to me?
No, what you could do it at the basic package,
Mm.
our lowest price package. And what we'll do is we'll take your input, we'll go match it against what the descriptions are. But we'll also let you know, and I'll use this example. I know we're going to get into more details later,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, we will.
so belts and shirts. Most people think that's the same class. Well, belts are usually leather goods and not clothing. And so we will explain that to you and say, well, how important is it for you to have both belts and shirts? Because that's going to cost you 350 times 2. If you want to cover both and you're willing to pay 700, fine. But if you really want to focus on shirts now because belts is something you're going to do down the road, then maybe let's just do shirts for now. And we can file again for belts as you build out your portfolio of offerings and products. So it's that type of help that you'll get coming through Trademark Engine.
Oh, that's really helpful. And then the other thing I was gonna ask you about that too is like, if I start a business and I just have a name and I come and I start doing it, what if I'm not really selling anything yet through that name? I'm not getting any income in. There's other There's other fees too, right, that come into this later. Get into that in more depth later, but just at the beginning, I'm already at what, 350, 149. So my math is not great either, but 350, 450, and then let's say $500 is roughly what it costs to do it at
Right.
the very lowest level. Why would I need that second level with the lawyer? What would that bring me that first level doesn't?
Yeah, that's when you're gonna, instead of an email, like 1 or 2 emails going back and forth, you're gonna sit down and talk for 30 minutes and longer, depending on how, if you go to the third package.
Mhm.
And that really gives you the opportunity to talk about your brand protection strategy and really get your questions answered, and also possibly, or usually, improve the application itself, because there's an opportunity to dig deeper and probe a little deeper with the lawyer and the client to really strategize. So
Mhm.
it's that level of support that is the step up into the additional packages.
Got it, and it's not that much more. I think it's like, a little bit more to have that. So if you've never done this before, is it usually do people find more comfort if they talk to the lawyer versus not?
It's an interesting question, because as an online business, we do a lot of testing,
Mhm.
and there are a number of people who the thought of talking to a lawyer terrifies them, and
Yeah.
they're happy that there's a lawyer behind the scenes checking things and maybe send an email, and they are perfectly happy not to have to set up a Zoom call to talk with the lawyer.
Yeah.
And so it just runs the gamut, and that's what we tried to do, is we want to meet you where you are and where you want, what level of support do you want, instead of us mandating, oh, you have to sit down and talk to some scary lawyer that's gonna, intimidate you. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. But if you do want to talk with that lawyer, they are there. And we've got a good mix of customers that choose the gamut, and that's why we have the 3 packages.
That's great, and also from the legal side of it, Trademark Engine isn't considered a legal service, or is it? Explain, like, how you guys are set up.
Right. So Trademark Engine is mainly a technology platform, but behind that we have a law firm. It's called Swift Legal, is the name of the law firm, but that law firm is owned by our business. It's a program through the state of Arizona that, and I won't bore you with all the details, but we're allowed to own our own law firm, and so the lawyers work exclusively on behalf of the Trademark Engine customers and provide that legal services. So technically, there's 2 kind of entities
Mhm.
behind the scenes,
Yeah.
but hopefully it's seamless for the customer, and it's a very easy and smooth handoff. Again, all set up through technology and email, where you schedule your consult. You're not going to an office. You don't have to go back and forth in email to find a 20-minute window. You open up a calendar, you pick what date you want to meet if you're meeting with the lawyer. And again, it's a very seamless handoff between the technology platform that we have and our law firm.
No, that's great. Thank you. And that's pretty much it for this. So I just wanted to get the pricing for what it is, like, upfront. There's one more thing I do want to ask about, because it is something that you guys have, and that is you usually monitor people's trademark, and that's it's kind of baked in. It's checked on whenever you buy the your product, right? How does this work?
Yes.
Talk to me a little
Yeah.
bit about that. We'll
So
go more
yeah,
depth later, but I just want some right up front here.
so there's a trial with a subscription included with every order for our Trademark Monitoring Plus service. The primary thing that it does is monitor your trademark against anybody else that comes behind you and tries to trademark anything similar. It does USPTO searches, international searches. It also does common law searches, just to see how things are being used on the internet. And it's important, because if you don't enforce your trademark, you can lose it. And
Mm.
there are certain timelines for you to, if somebody came right behind you with a very similar name and tried to trademark it, you have some deadlines to file an opposition with the US. So it's helpful to have this information, and it goes beyond a simple Google search every once in a while, or even putting a Google alert that gives you a notice every week.
Yeah, no, that's really important. And how much does that cost?
That is $199 a quarter for our subscription service.
And that goes out, you guys are looking on the USPTO, so you have access to the actual people that are filing these, and that's what you're looking at.
Exactly. We have a connection to some of the technology at the USPTO that allows us to get a daily feed of everything that got filed the prior day. So we're monitoring that. And we've also got proprietary AI technology that does the matching. And
Mm.
there may be something that's close, but you don't need to really worry about that. And you get a score, and that'll be down on the list. But then if there's something on the top and has a high or urgent scoring, yeah, you need to pay attention to that.
So would you get an email? Like, what would happen when that happens?
Yeah, so every month you get a report. is
Right.
what happens. And again, that'll give you time to respond at the USPTO if you need to. That also give you time to send out, to send out a cease and desist letter or whatever action you need to take. There's still plenty of time to act. The worry is if you don't act after a year or something like that, then your trademark can actually be abandoned and taken out of the USPTO for lack of enforcement.
Okay. Well, that's yeah, we don't want that. So you do have to pay attention to these reports that come in. I mean, I know some of us don't pay attention to our email very well, so that's part of it too, right? Like just keeping track of these things.
Yes, and you'll get emails from us and a reminder, hey, this is how our primary communication tool is. It's also always available in platform. So anytime you log in, but
Mhm.
we know people aren't just randomly logging into their trademark engine account. And so the primary vehicle is through email. We'll tell you, hey, you've got this report, make sure you check it out and keep your email updated because that's our
Yeah.
primary vehicle to keep it all in track.
No, it's really important. And I that's the thing I think that's really hard for somebody like that isn't legally minded or isn't they just want to do their business, right? They just want to get their business done. They all this legal stuff feels overwhelming. So if you do have something come back to you, I mean, I think we're going to go into depth in that later, but like do you guys help with
Yes, we help at every step of the way. The filing is the first part. There is some things you have to do to keep your trademark and registration active,
Mhm.
5 years, 10 years. Again,
Mhm.
we'll get into some of those
Yeah.
details. There may be some questions during your application process, and each step we are there communicating with the clients and customers and also offering assistance to help.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. So you guys will and then they can pay for those services if you do, or is that included?
They pay for the additional services when needed. As part of the Trademark Monitoring Plus, there are discounts if you're an active subscriber. So, in addition to the reports, the Plus stands for some of these discounts, opportunities to talk to lawyers at a discounted rates on office action responses and renewals, things like that.
Okay. Well, there's a lot more I wanna know, and we're gonna come back, but
Okay.
usually this is about all we can handle per episode because it's a lot of information. But thank you so much, Travis, for, hanging out with me and explaining to the non-legal person about trademarks.